Hey, welcome to 40 Time, because if we don't start, it's certain that we won't arrive. I'm sitting here with Charlie Nichols. Yes, the man with the plan, the man who said that he was going to bet on himself this year, the man who said he had no offers the last time we talked, and now we have him. He's first team All-State academics, first team all conference, first team all region. He's part of the Grand Rapids Dream Team. I'm missing a few of them, so Charlie, I need you to help me out. So what's all the stats? What's all the stats? We got to run them all by him.
So I earned this year. I earned first team all conference, first team all region. I earned academic all state. I'm a member of the Grand Rapids Dream Team. I was state semi-finalist. I was district and regional champ. I got 0 sacks, 0 holding penalties, and we're all managing a 3.85 GPA.
Man. Now, as we get into this, Charlie, this is really just a flex. I just really want to just flex, because can you take me back to when we had our first discussion, the frustration of being an elite offensive lineman at all these camps you were going to, not having any offers on the table? Can you take me through the process up to now? Don't worry, we got time. So take me through your thought process then, throughout the season, and where we are today with all the offers that you have on the table.
So yeah, just going back to that last podcast that we had done, just talking about the frustration with the camps and the connection with coaches, and basically just every coach telling me the same thing. Just the reason I'm not getting the opportunities that I feel like I deserve is because of my height, a reason that I can't control. I really just used it to drive me, and I really sat down and I made a big motive of my life being you can't stress over the uncontrollables. You can only control the controllables.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, it just drove me, like I said, just drove me through just all this season, just everything we did, especially just missing my last year too, being injured all of junior year. That's just another factor. I feel like I just had so much around me just to drive me through this, and this, coming out obviously we didn't finish the way we wanted to finish, but personally, I'm not mad at the outcome that we had in the season. I feel like I did my own thing. I feel like everyone just everyone can just do their 111th, and I feel like I did mine, and I came out on top in the places I needed to come out on top.
I tell people this all the time when it comes to you, Charlie. I'll never forget the entire 2024 season. I was bummed because I'm like, bro, Charlie he got hurt in his senior year, man.
Yeah.
And I remember exactly where I was at. We were at Grand Haven.
It was Grand Haven game.
And I'm like, man, so what you got going on next year? And you were like, I'm playing football. I'm like, oh, where you playing? You was like, here? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what you mean? I'm like, ain't you a senior? You was like, no, I'm a junior. So from that point on, I knew we were good. I just knew we were good. Because I was sitting there like, man, who we going to have next year to be a center? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I'm so proud, because the fact that you chose to bet on yourself, which I feel like every kid should do.
Yes, sir.
I feel like every person should do.
Completely agree.
If you know your value and somebody doesn't want to honor your value, that's their perspective. There's millions of other people out here, so many more opportunities where your value can be met. You just got to go find it. But you did what I tell kids all the time. You did what you were supposed to do, and they came to find you. Mm-hmm. So when we were sitting back in, I think it was, I want to say June,
July. It might have been, yeah.
You had no offers. Can you run me through some of the offers that you've had now?
Yeah, so I have an opportunity to play at Davenport. I've got an offer from Madonna. I've got an offer from a school in Heidelberg. I've got a school in Wisconsin, UW Oshkosh. I've got Kalamazoo. And I've got a couple visits scheduled here upcoming in January. I've got Tiffin coming up. I've got Norfolk coming up. I've got my officials at Davenport coming up. And then I've got Alma and Adrian on the 8th and the 12th. Just looking hopefully just find the right opportunity, find home.
Now, when you didn't have any offers, you didn't blame the weather. Mm-hmm. You didn't blame your coach. You didn't blame Black. You didn't blame Castor. You didn't blame yourself. You didn't blame anybody. You didn't look for a new school to go to. You didn't look for a new, how important is it to control what you can control? Because you are a poster child for, I'm going to do everything that's in my power, and everything after that, I'm going to give it to God, and I'm just going to let it be. What is the key to that?
I would say so someone who's a really big role model for me, someone that really is like got that idea in my head of like you can only control the controllables and you can't stress over the uncontrollables, I would be Coach Lack. Like he's a shorter guy too. I think him and I in the recruitment process have gone through this like a similar thing. Like he was a state championship like state championship player. Like he won everything, but he ended up playing at a school in Ohio, and it's just like I think like just not having to stress the uncontrollable. Like I said, like my height is something I can't control. It's not something I chose to be this height. I'm not something like what I'm saying. So with that, like at first, like not even just at first, like all my life, it was just very frustrating. Like it's obviously like you want to be the tallest kid, you want to be the fastest kid, you want to do this and that, and like with the whole fastest thing, like fastest stronger, like you can be there, you can get there if you want to. So once I realized that I couldn't be the tallest kid, I want to be the strongest kid. And that just like really just drove me in the weight room and everything. And then like you talk about like just not blaming coaches, not blaming myself. It's just because like there's no one to blame. Like, you know what I mean? I look back on my junior year, especially like I got hurt. I think it was the 9th or 10th play of the first game. Like I can't control that. I didn't like I know that kid didn't purposely try to hurt me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can't get mad at Lat. Can't get mad at Castro. Be like, oh, they put me in that play. Yeah, that's the reason I got hurt. Not at all. No, we went and dominated that game. We ended up winning that game. And I just unfortunately I got hurt that game and it's uncontrollable. You know, I'm just trusting the process, realizing that the plan is set out for me, and I'm just like I said, just trusting it.
No doubt. The biggest thing that I think people need to understand is that you said something. You said you had 0 sacks and 0 holding penalties.
Yes, sir.
How is that even possible? Like Steph Jones got more holding penalties at receiver than you got at center, and
yes,
we're talking about we're seeing everybody's best. How important is it to be a lineman, an offensive lineman, and really lock in on your technique? Like how important is that? Because that to me, when I hear that stat, I'm hearing technique.
Yeah.
Like done to the point where you can't even do it wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with that, I would say like offensive line, I think it is a very like a technical like position. You know what I mean? And like like a big part of it is strength and flexibility. You know, like and that can only get you so far. Like you're super strong. You can go just manhandle the kid. That's you're gonna win the rep 8 out of 10 times, but then you're gonna get that holding penalty. You're gonna get that sack let up. You're gonna get that pressure let up. So with it, it's a big just technique thing. I think like with that, what like really helped me with that, I think it's my background in wrestling. I think just being able to feel out the way that someone moves, the way that like the way like I can move my body, the way I can move you with like, doing this like technique on you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like just with that, I would say like wrestling was a big part of it, and then I just feel like just studying the game. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different techniques when it comes to it. That's just not just for alignment; it's for everything. Like, a receiver doing their break, a running back getting the ball, a quarterback doing their drop back. There's so many different techniques, and everyone's gonna be different. And say, oh, do this part, this part, this part. Like I'd probably say like working with like 3 different offensive line coaches with Stank, Morrow, and Castor. They're all at different levels of the game. I'd say I actually learned all like. I know it isn't 3 techniques like as a set number, but it's just like I've learned how to play the game, play the position at 3 different ways. You know what I mean? 3 different like 3 different like you know what I'm trying to say. No, you're basically you got Coach Morrow who was coaching back when they had leather helmets. Yeah. You got Castor that was playing before social media, and then you got Stank who is damn near your age. So I get it. I get exactly what you're saying. So yeah, with that, like it's just a big technique position. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know the game around you. And I think with that too, like I'm grateful I played the position of center, because I remember like my freshman and sophomore year under Coach TK, like the way he ran the offense was I had to call every single what every single job was. Like through Spence's offense, Lax offense, it's like okay, I'm calling out the double teams, this and that. But with TK, it was like I had to tell the right tackle what he's doing, the right guard what he's doing, myself what I'm doing, and like it would be like a whole like thing pre-snap, and like thankfully like we've got like everyone has the experience now like in Lax offense, so we don't have to do that anymore. But like knowing like every position, like what they're doing, how they're doing it, I think that teaches me also how to use leverage and how to block a guy differently. And then also with that, I played every position on the line. Rockford game I came in, I had to play left tackle for a little bit. I played guard during the season, I had to play center during the season. I've been in every position. I've seen every different opponent. I've seen the lengthy, fast edge. I've seen the fat nose guard. I've seen the shifty 3 tech. I've seen it all. And I think I also like going against JR in practice. Oh yeah, purely dominant guy. Going. That's the matchup that I feel. And not to cut you off, but I remember y'all junior year, and I don't think people understand. You two, literally, it would be like y'all not on the same team. Like y'all were, for him to be as good as he is, it makes sense. It always made sense to me. And I remember your junior year when we were in camp, and Coach Spence, you remember we were it was at the end of practice one day, and he said. Who's making you bet? Like
who would you give? Who would you like? And he didn't say flowers. What did he say? I can't remember how he said it.
Yeah, I agree with
And I remember.
Yeah.
JR stood up and said, man, Charlie, and then you stood up and said JR. And I'll never forget that because I used to set the ball the first year. I would be the one setting the ball where the plays were. In every single play, you dudes were literally in a verbal sparring match, like every single play. So it's like it makes sense to me why you two are the most dominant two interior linemen in our league, pretty much in West Michigan, if you ask me. Because you guys did go hard against each other every single play. You know what I mean?
And for sure, you need to go hard with it. And like, I have so much love for JR. You know, like we've been playing against each other for a really long time. We were on the same team back in middle school, and like he's always been like this. Like people are like, oh, like where'd he come from? Just being a dog. Like,
Man,
no,
he's
been
always
a
dog.
had it, and you can tell he's always had it. And like I said, like when he was at Christian, like my freshman and sophomore year, like we were going against each other like scrimmage and everything because they weren't in our league. We didn't do any league play. Like seeing him there, like I said, seeing him in practice back in 8th grade. And then now like being on the same team again and like seeing each other in practice, just like like I said, I have so much love for that dude. Like, I tell him all the time, like he really is like I feel like he really did help shape me into like the player that I am like now, and like he is the big reason for like me getting those accolades. You know, because he's testing me every single day during practice. You know what I mean? Like I can confidently say during our games, during our what we have I think 13 games, 14 games, I didn't see anybody that was near the same level as him. And it's just like. It makes games really easy when your practices are way harder than your games. And
Definitely.
No, he drove me in many different aspects in the weight room. You know, trying to just compete with him, just like silently going, like looking over at his rack, being like, "Oh, how much weight is he doing? See if I can get more weight than him." Looking at him doing his sprints because you know he's a big dude, but he can really
roll. He can roll.
Like just trying to beat him and everything. Like just trying to like not beat him as an I want to be like better than him, but it's beating him as an he's setting the standard. I want to beat the standard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I said a third time now. I just got so much love for that dude, and he really did help me like be where I am now.
Man, I just sit back and I just look at the senior group, man, and I just look at, you know, what I've seen you do just as a leader. You know, I remember when everybody was going off to 7-on-7s and it was just me with you guys, the Hogs, man, and I just remember it settling in like you guys really were the leaders. Like most high school players don't get an opportunity to go to the next level, but on the next level, the linemen, the defensive linemen and offensive linemen, they're the leaders of the team. They are those guys. And this was the first time I've seen that dynamic on a high school team where our offensive line and our defensive line were the best two parts of our team.
Yeah.
Speaking of offense, what was it like to have Cade as a quarterback?
Yeah, just like not even as a quarterback, just as a person on our team, and just like as a friend, as my guy, like he really does. He's a true leader. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he eat. I don't know what the saying is. Eat, live, breathe, whatever. Football. Like that's all he does. You know what I mean? Like I've got dudes sending me clips at 8 p.m. after we just got our practice. Like we're fresh out, not even an hour into being at home, and he's already sending me the practice clips. So I'm like, this dude wants us to get better, but he's not only looking for himself. He's taking the time to look at every lineman. He's taking the time to look at every receiver. You know what I mean? Like you can tell that he really does want people to get better. And like I go to him for advice all the time. You know, like I've said, like. He really is just my guy. Like he's a really cool dude, and I'm wishing him the best at MSU. And I know he's just gonna dominate because that's what he always does.
And it's crazy because I tell people about Cade, man. I met Cade when Cade was like 12 years old, and just like he sends those practice clips, like we would be in a session, and he would be going against high school guys. Say he threw a pick. I remember one time he threw a pick to Isaiah Cavanis, who's a baller now at Alma.
Okay.
He goes, no, he doesn't go to Alma. He goes to Adrian. I'm sorry. And he threw a pick to Isaiah. Now Isaiah is a dog. Like he's a legit dog. And Cade literally texts me until 3:00 in the morning. Like he couldn't let it go. Like I feel like there are certain things that I watched him do where it was like that fueled him to never do that. Like, and it's like, when people see how good he throws the ball over the middle of the field, these are all things that we were working when he was 12, 13 years old. So it was like to see him get with you and you get with him. I remember like, because I didn't get a chance to spend as much time as I did the first year, but it was like, I never doubted it because of how you guys ran stuff. Like you guys hit me up like, hey, 40, we need 6 o'clock yoga on Friday. Like you guys were businessmen and how you handled it, man. And I'm just proud, man. I'm so proud of y'all because y'all don't understand. Like when you're my age, 40, I'm 42. you're gonna be talking about right now like it was just yesterday.
Yeah, no,
And it will never ever go away. When you guys are on your 50, 60-year anniversary of graduating, what is that called? The reunion?
Yeah, the reunion.
You guys, I'm telling you, you guys have built something so special. I think Coach Smitty said it after the DCC loss that we had. You guys don't understand it because you only have the experience of being your age. You don't have the experience of being like you guys did everything right, man. Like most teams don't, like the teams that I played on, we were good on the field, but we were straight thugs off the field. Not saying that we were like robbing people or anything like that. It's just the way that we handled ourselves was not conducive to having something that's sustainable. And what you guys do, man, you guys are a special group. And like I say to you, man, like knowing that I got your little brother coming up, that makes me a little bit more happier because I know he's gonna have that same. You guys are just built with something that most people aren't built with.
Yeah.
So you talked about your schools. What schools? And I don't even know if I should be asking this, but when it comes to making your decision. Is your decision right now a financial decision or a love of the game decision?
Honestly, it's probably a love of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just talk about like just like doing everything right, like having like the relationship, the connections. I had sat down and talked to Coach Lack about it. And I want to go to school like where there's a family, you know what I mean? There's a culture. There's a guy that I know like, oh, if I need a ride in practice, he can get me.
Yeah.
If I need to go back home, and I don't got nothing, I know he'll come with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go to a team where it's all hero ball, where everybody's doing their own things, trying to make it out for themselves.
Facts.
No, I want to go to a team where we're all going to dominate, and we're going to do it together, and we're going to work together. You know what I'm saying? Not just during the season, in the off season, in the classroom, everywhere. And I know that's just like it's honestly what I need. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always been a leader my whole life, like especially just on the football field, and like. I continue to do that throughout college. Continue to be like vocal. Continue to lead wherever I can. If I get the opportunity to, and like with that, I need to go to a school that allows me to do that. Allows me to be around guys that want that. You know what I'm saying? And just continues to dominate and just have a team that, like I said, just a connection. It's got to be a family. Has to.
Yeah. And we talked about Ohio schools. What are some of the schools in Ohio that are looking at you?
Yeah, so I've got North Central, the back-to-back national champs. I've got Mount Union. I was just on the phone with them the other day. And really just those two. I've got an offer from Heidelberg. I've talked about Ohio Northern a little bit. Just a couple D3s. Trying to get out there. But yeah, I'm very open to it. I know the football in Ohio it's great football. It's awesome football. And just obviously that conference they've got multiple national champions in there for the D3 level, and I love to go compete in there and go against some of the best. Definitely,
it's some great schools in Ohio. What's crazy? Heidelberg had a coach in high school that went to Heidelberg. He was a receiver coach. My defensive coordinator, he was a linebacker at Mount Union. Running backs coach went to Mount Union. Mount Union is definitely a great school. I grew up maybe 20 minutes away from Mount Union.
Yeah.
It's in Alliance, Ohio, which is pretty much the same city that I grew up in. What are some of your biggest, how can I say this? I want to say this the right way. What are some of the things that will deter you from going to a school?
Probably like I said, the whole connection thing is probably the number one thing. If I go on a visit and like if I don't see, like, say we go to the dining hall, I don't see players sitting together. I see players sitting by themselves. I don't want that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I go, I'm trying to think of like specific examples. Like I said, the connection's a big thing. Money obviously plays a factor in it, but also I don't want to get caught up on that. You know what I'm saying? I want to go where it's best for me. I want to bet on myself, like you had said. And if I gotta take the debt and go bet on myself and go dominate, I will, because it's gonna. In the end, there's always a plan that's written for me. It'll all work out.
Definitely.
And then probably just going under. I want to go under. It doesn't have to be a whole entire staff, but just a coach that I believe. Like, I want to feel wanted. You know what I mean? I don't want to be. We're just offering you because we like you. I want you to offer me because you want me there. You know what I'm saying? It's not just another offer.
You got a plan for me. You
exactly.
can see me in your scheme.
It's not just I'm just not another guy on your board. I'm a guy that is on the board for a reason. You know what I'm saying? When I take the visit, I want to sit down and talk about how I'm going to go in your offense, how I'm going to dominate. You know what I'm saying? You not say that it sounds like selfish or like cocky in a way.
No, it's your future, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's my future. I want to do it the right way. And
exactly.
Like, I took in visits where they've done that exact thing, and that's the reason those schools are on the top of my board. And yeah, it's just like the connection. I don't like to worry about the money, but then. Like I said, just I want to feel wanted. I want to feel loved.
Yeah. I think you have an excellent gambling record when it comes to betting on yourself. So don't stop doing that, because If I'm gambling with you, I'm putting all mine on whatever you putting yours on. You know what I mean? Like you impress me, man. Like you're not just a football player, man. Just your swag in general, just the way you really care about people, man. The way you're my type of player because I cannot be around, and I know that whatever standard that I bring to the table, you're gonna uphold that standard, and that's huge for me. You know what I mean? Like it's huge for me, and like I said, man, like whatever you guys need, whatever you need going forward, you know what I mean? Like one thing I do know a lot about recruiting. I can tell you what not to do better than I can tell you what to do, because it's just like you said, like it's hard to think like what I have chose is the school that I chose if I'd have known some of the things that I knew, but like hindsight is 2020, you know. Yeah. But I did have those gut feelings of, am I choosing with my ego or am I choosing with my heart? You know what I mean? So your brain will tell you whatever. Your brain will talk you in and talk you out of something, but your heart, you're gonna know. You're gonna know which school is the right school. Yeah. And I knew which school was the right school, but I let my ego talk me into another school. You get what I'm saying? So just know, man, like there's really no wrong answer you can have. Yeah. Because the way that college football is set up nowadays, I mean, if you go let's just say you go somewhere early to play and you get a good year under your belt, 2 years, not saying that you're going anywhere to go somewhere else, but that's the name of the game now. For sure. You will be a hot commodity in the portal. You know, the biggest thing, man, just keep being you, man. Just keep being Charlie, man, because you have an extraordinary future ahead of you. Like I said, I'm proud of you. I can't wait to edit our first interview into this one so I can get you saying I'm a bet on myself. I can't wait because that's the biggest thing. Like when you're in a platform like this, the biggest thing is to show people that the work is all that matters. 100%. That's the only thing that matters. And the way that they're giving out money to coaches and programs, they're gonna find you because everybody wants to secure their bag. Yeah. Nobody wants to go get a bag and have it where it could be snatched in a season because they went out and got the wrong people. So keep it up, man. I'm proud of you. Like I said, anything that you need, I got you. We're gonna start getting ready for this off-season stuff. I know you're already working with Stank. Yes, so my job is to find where you're not working and insert myself there. You get what I'm saying? Yes, proud of you, man. And I'm gonna be talking junk about you for a long time, man. Yes, I'm gonna be bragging about you for a long time. And then I hate to be your brother because he has to live up to what you already did.
No, proud
of you, man. Good stuff.